Good day everyone, I'm Benjamin Apilianes, your math teacher. Today you will learn how to solve the variance and standard deviation for group data. Sample variance and standard deviation for group data. And to start with, let us have an example. Example: the following table gives the frequency distribution of the number of orders received each day during the past 50 days at the office of a mail order company. Calculate the variance and standard deviation. Right, this is our given frequency distribution table. The number of orders, which is considered also as our class intervals, and the frequency. So there are 4 class intervals. The first class interval is from 10 to 12 with a frequency of 4. The second class interval is from 13 to 15 with a frequency of 12. The third class interval is from 16 to 18 with a frequency of 20. The fourth class interval is from 19 to 21 with a frequency of 14. Take note of our formula for the variance, that is denoted by S squared, and the formula in finding the standard deviation is denoted by the letter S. Alright, let me explain to you now the solutions of our example. Right, to solve for the variance and standard deviation, we need an additional column for your X, which is your midpoint or class mark. Then your fx, the column for fx squared, and the column for the summation of fx, the column for your summation of fx squared, and the column for your s squared, which is your variance, and the column for your s, which is your standard deviation. So shall we start now solving for your midpoint? Right, how did we get your midpoint? The x is your midpoint. How did you get that? So to get the midpoint that is coming from your class intervals, you just add its class intervals and divide it by 2. The result is your midpoint or your x. To get 11, add 10 plus 12, that is equals 22. 22 divided by 2, that is 11. To get 14, just add 13 plus 15, that is 28. 28 divided by 2 equals 14. How did we get 17? Just add 16 plus 18, that is equivalent to 34. 34 divided by 2 is equal to 17. Next, how did we get 20? Add 19 plus 21, and that is equals 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Next column fx. Next column, the column for our fx. So to get fx, that is equivalent to your f times x. Again, to get fx, that is the same as f times x. So multiply the f and your x. That is, how did we get 44? Multiply 4 times 11, that is 44. To get 168, multiply 12 times 14, that is 168. To get 340, multiply 20 times 17, that is 340. To get 280, multiply 14 times 20. So that is how to get the column for fx. You just simply multiply the f and x column. Right, shall we proceed now to the next column, that is the column for fx squared. What do you mean by that? X squared, meaning you multiply x twice, or multiply x 2 times by itself. That is the meaning for x squared. Right, so we proceed now to the column fx squared. So to do that, how to get 484? So multiply 4 times 11 times 11. That is equivalent to 484. Next, to get 2352, you multiply 12 times 14 times 14. The result is 2352. Next, to get 5780, you multiply 20 times 17 times 17. The result is 5780. Next, how did we get 5,600? You multiply 14 times 20 times 20. The result is 5,600. Now, let us proceed to the next column, the summation of fx. How to do that? To do that is just add all your column fx. The result will be your summation of fx again. To get the summation of fx, add all your column fx, so that is equivalent to your summation of fx. So to do that, just add 44 plus 168 plus 340 plus 280, and the result is 832. Right, for the next column, the summation of fx squared. How did we get that? That is coming from fx squared. That is adding all fx squared, and the result will be the summation of fx squared. Now add 484 plus 2,352 plus 5,780 plus 5,600. The result is equivalent to 14,216, and that is your summation of fx squared. So now all the requirements needed for our formula are already put in place, so we can now solve the variance and standard deviation. Right, let us substitute it to our formula. But before that, let us identify first what is our n. Our n is 50. That is the sum of your f. 4 plus 12 plus 20 plus 14, that is your n. That is equivalent to 50. How to get n minus 1? That is 49. That is 50 minus 1, that is 49. Alright, substitute to our formula. Summation of fx squared, that is equivalent to 14,216. Summation of fx, that is equals 832 squared, divided by your n is 50, divided by n minus 1, so that is 50 minus 1, and that is 49. Then simplify terms within parentheses. Exponent first, 832 squared, or that is 832 times 832. The result is 692,224. Then divide it by 50, and the result is 13,844.48. Then you need to subtract. Next, subtract 14,216 minus 13,844.48. The result is 371.52. Divided by 49, the result is 7.58. Therefore, 7.58 is our variance, and that is our answer. And to get the standard deviation, just get or compute the square root of your variance, and that will be our standard deviation, which is equivalent to 2.75. Right, that is how to solve the variance and standard deviation for group data. Right, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.